You see, people talk about love, and I've seen someone there writing that only love matters. Every time you ask people that when you want to get married, does it matter, right? Does it matter to think about their education? Does it matter to think about their job or their career? Does it matter to think about their size, like their height, right? Does it matter to think about their health? Does it matter to think about, like, are they physically challenged or something? People are going to tell you that no, what matters is love. My question that I always ask every single morning and every single day and every single night, who here knows and understands what love is? You see, most of the relationships have gone astray. People have lost themselves in relationships because they were thinking that relationship is all about love. Unfortunately, they did not even know what love was. The things that they were thinking was love was the messages they used to get every morning, every afternoon, and every night from their men or women. And most of the people think that is what love is. Most of the people think that love is calling someone and telling them, I love you. Most of the people think that love is being there for and someone every time they want you. Most of us think that love is when somebody remembers your birthday. And most of us think that love is when somebody sleeps with you. That when a woman accepts and opens her leg for you as a man, then you can be confident that she loves me. She cannot open her leg unless she loves me. A woman feels that just because this guy is giving me money, then she loves me. So when you come up with a question like, does status matter when you want to start relationship? A lot of people are going to rubbish you and say, no, status doesn't matter as long as I love you. The question is, what is love? The question is, what is love? I'll tell you something. You see, we only love something that we are proud of. We can only fall in love with something that we are proud of. So, if, for example, I am somebody who is learned, okay, I hold a PhD. I've gone to school and studied so much, and I have a PhD, and I have so many friends coming to visit me. I have guests coming to my home, and then I married a wife who cannot communicate. I'm giving an example. A wife who cannot communicate completely, never went to school, right? Cannot even speak a little, even leave alone English or something, cannot speak in a language, a foreign language, like even Swahili for those people who come from Kenya. The only language she knows is either Kikuyu, Luo, Luya, or something like that. Do you think I will be proud to even call my wife to come and greet my colleagues and my friends? Do you think I will be proud? Do you think I will be proud to call my wife and tell my wife that, honey, come over, our guests are here. So I'm trying to introduce my wife to my guests, and she cannot communicate. And maybe I am the CEO, I'm the director of this company, I'm the boss of this company. You see, what is breaking us today is this kindness that is preached to us without explanations. Last day, I talked about equality that has been preached to women without communicating to women what really matters and what really it means to be equal to a man. The Western culture just came and started forcing the Asian community, the African community, about equality, that women must be equal to men. Then We were misled into understanding that a woman has to fight with a man to be in the same position. And then the education about equality came from the real equality to something that is called replacement of responsibilities, where women now feel that because we are equal, a man has to go to the kitchen and cook while she's seated watching movie and waiting to eat. It is kindness, it is good, and I know all of you here, women, want a husband who can go to the kitchen, cook, and bring you food. It is modern, it is great, it shows love, it shows he cares. But do you know what? A lot of thing is lost in that kind of relationship. There is what we call tradition. There's what we call tradition. Even God, before creating Eve, he provided everything to Adam. He created Adam a handsome man, complete and with every kind of nature that a human being called a man needed. Then he provided Adam with all kinds of food. Like he could provide, he could protect and give life to everything that was available in the Garden of Eden. That is when God came and created Eve. And how did God create Eve? He created Eve from Adam because Adam was complete. His status was complete. He never lacked anything. And when Eve was created, Adam looked at Eve and he said one word, wow, what a beautiful creature. A rib from my own rib, flesh from my own flesh. What does that mean? Status is very, very important. Love is nothing when it comes to relationships. And let me tell you what destroys relationships. It's never love. What destroys relationships is status. When status don't sum up to what you require, love dies. So love is never important. Status creates love. Love doesn't create status. So the kindness we've been preached to in churches, in schools, with our families, our parents, is like, oh, don't mind as long as you're loved. You know, love is what is important. What brings love? Love doesn't bring anything. The things that happen, your action, okay? The way I will treat you is what will make you love me. You don't love me to treat you good. I treat you good for you to love me. Are you getting my point? So it is my status that I will use to treat you good to find the love. So all along, everyone has been taught like it doesn't matter. Education doesn't matter. All right. Even whether he has a job or not, it doesn't matter. My dear, it will matter to you with time. Because you see, when relationship starts, people are always blind. We don't always see the other side of our partners until life starts bringing us to reality. Once you are in that relationship, when people can now fart and you don't care, huh? All right? Do you know there's a stage? There's always stages in relationship. There's a stage when you cannot fart near your partner. When the fart is coming, you better even swallow it, take it back into your stomach, but you don't release it. But there is a time that reaches in relationship where you can just fart, and you don't care. Your partner is there. That is the time that reality hits. That's the time that if you never looked for status and knew what you wanted in a man, what you wanted in a woman, you're going to lose it. The love is going to be lost because love is created by the status. Status doesn't create love, or love doesn't create status. It is created from the status. You see, just like I don't know what her name said that she never gets vibes with short men. That thing alone is very important. If I will convince that lady that no, it doesn't matter, as long as a short man loves you, just get into the love. She will listen to me. She will say, okay, let me give it a try. She will get into this relationship, and that reality will knock in her later in the process. Short people don't give me vibes. And he will start to feel low and not proud of her man. When I like people who are tall, like for example me, I love them light skin. I always tell people everywhere, I'm a dark skin, as you can see. These lights, I have light in front of me, I have lights this side, I have another light there, a blue light behind me. So when you see me, you might think I'm a light skin. I'm not light skin. I'm dark. Huh? We are. How is it said? Um, Tall, dark, and handsome. Unfortunately, I'm not tall, and I'm not short. So I'm dark and handsome, but God did not give me the height. So I'm not that short, and I'm not tall also, but I'm just in there. So I love them light skin. Yes, I feel so comfortable when I'm in love with a light skinned lady. That's me, not a light skin that has been bleached, a normal light skin. And I'm not talking about white, I'm just talking about a light skin. That's what I like. That is what makes me happy. That's what makes me feel proud. Are you getting my point? When I'll get a black lady, I'm not saying blacks are not light skin, but I'm talking about a lady who has got a skin, a dark skin. Okay, let me not talk about black skin, a dark skin. I will be in love with her, but inwardly, I will still be eyeing, wow. When I see a light skin, I'm like, wow, even though my wife is so cute, but wow, that light skin though, you know? Sometimes we need to understand that it comes a time when status is more powerful than love, because love will never ever make you create an impact or a sense in somebody's status. You need to understand that status is very important. So